Alright, so in my family, if we're having a get together, a birthday party or something, I'm kind of the de facto bartender at this point, which is great. Not complaining at all. I kind of like that role. Anyway, a birthday party for my sister-in-law is coming up, and I was trying to think of a cocktail that she'd really enjoy. I know she likes margaritas, she likes sweet things, but I wanted to do something special and different. So I thought about it. She loves champagne and Prosecco, so French 75. It's perfect. But then I got to thinking about it a bit more, and I realized I've never had a French 75. How can I recommend a cocktail for a bunch of other people that I've never even tasted? Well, quite easily, but still, I need to try it first. Now, I've always thought of the French 75 as primarily a gin cocktail, and I think nowadays that's pretty common. But I looked up the recipe in one of my favorite bar books, and they actually consider cognac to be the house standard, and gin is an option. So, which one's better? Which one should we go with? Obviously, the only sane option is try them both. The cocktail book I'm referring to for today is Regarding Cocktails by Sasha Petrosky, though this is one of the few drinks whose recipe is so universally accepted that every printed version of the recipe I've ever seen has been virtually identical, with the exception, of course, of whether it calls for gin or cognac. Since I'm trying both versions today, here are the spirits I'll be using: a local dry gin and a much too nice to be used in a cocktail cognac. It feels wrong to use it this way, but that's all I have at the moment, and the show must go on. For best results, I'll be using 2 cocktail tins side by side. Again, just using what I have here, but the difference in design should make zero impact on the drinks. So to assemble, half an ounce of simple syrup for each drink. I know I'm going to need a couple of lemon peels at the end, so I'm going to pull them now before I squeeze the lemon juice. Then half an ounce of lemon juice for each drink, followed by an ounce of gin in the big shaker and an ounce of cognac in the cobbler shaker. Add a small amount of cracked ice to each and shake vigorously until chilled. Strain each cocktail into a chilled champagne flute and top with champagne, Prosecco, or Cava. I'm opting for a small bottle of champagne. Garnish with the lemon twists. And that's how to make the French 75 both ways. All right, well, it is time to try the French 75, and I don't know which one's going to be better. I'm betting the cognac because I could smell it coming out of the tin, and it's probably too nice of a cognac to be using in here, but it's the only thing I have, and oh man, it smells so good. But the gin is no slouch either, so I'm going to try the gin first and see where we go from there. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Seriously, I've never had one of these, and it's so good. The combination of the extra sweetness from the simple syrup and the gin and lemon, it's just, I understand why this is such a well-known, such a famous cocktail. All right, the cognac French 75. Very good, a little bit different. Less of the cognac flavors coming through than I was hoping. You taste more of the wine character because obviously cognac is a distilled wine. It has this sort of wine barrel sweetness that tastes more like a red wine. The combination of the champagne and the cognac, it's got more of a red wine-esque wood tannin and aging flavor to it that the gin doesn't have. The gin is a lot brighter and cleaner. This is a bit more rich. Definitely going to be making these for my sister-in-law's birthday party, and I'm going to go with the gin because the cost of doing that party is going to be astronomical if I try to do the cognac. I think most of the guests are going to prefer this, and actually, I think I like the gin better. I really do. I think it's more my speed. I don't think this is twice as good of a drink for having twice as expensive of a spirit in it.